What the F is up, y'all? Hello, and welcome back to the What the F podcast. I'm the host, Austin Martin, and today I wanted to do an episode about, the three fears, which I will break down. The fear of failure to begin with, the fear of success, and the fear of judgment. Now, I was inspired to do an episode about these three fears through Lewis Howes' book, The Greatness Mindset. He discusses these three fears and how they could stifle personal growth, professional growth, and stop you from living your meaningful mission and your truest potential. So I want to share the knowledge that I was able to learn and, give a couple different real life scenarios through people you may resonate with, such as Michael Jordan, J.K. Rowling, Thomas Edison, Elon Musk, Pharrell Williams, Lady Gaga. I'm going to give you real life examples about how these people dealt with these three fears. And when you push past these fears, there's so much more on the other side for your personal and professional growth as an individual. And, anytime you face these fears, it's just a stepping stone for you to get to the other side and to really reach a successful and fulfilling life. So first, I want to talk about what fear is. And the fear is an unpleasant emotion caused by someone or something that makes us feel threatened or in danger. These fears could be holding us back and keeping us away from trying new things. And, we stay in our comfort zone because we don't want to go experience new things in the life because we're fearful for, the uncomfortable. So you have to go through uncomfortable times to really expand your life force as an individual. These fears could cause internal and psychological stress. We worry a lot. We feel nervous. We have trouble socially with people, being alone, being rejected, and not speaking up or being our true self because we're worried about what other people are going to say about us. If we do choose to be our authentic self, there's also another way it impacts our life negatively. It causes us not to believe in ourselves. We lose confidence and we often self-demoralize ourselves. And I'll talk later in this episode about you need to challenge these negative thoughts and, become self-aware about them to overcome them. And as I touched on with professional and personal growth, these fears could stop us from seizing opportunities that arise and, putting things off and delaying certain tasks because, I'll do it another day. I don't think I could really do it today. You're fearful of what might happen if you succeed. And, these are just a few concepts of fear and the impacts it has on our life. And the first point I do want to go into is the fear of failure. I could say I've dealt with this in my life a good amount, especially, coming out of high school and trying to becoming, growing into my true identity. I didn't want to fail at anything because I was afraid that I wouldn't meet the expectations I had on myself. And, I let my family down and, how would they view me? So fear of failure is the anxiety surrounding the possibility of not meeting expectations or experiencing setbacks. And this definitely has a psychological impact within each of us. It includes heightened stress, diminished self-esteem, avoidance of challenges, and it could really hinder our personal growth. It paralyzes us and makes us become reluctant to take risks. And this is a fear that, limits our personal and professional growth. Maybe we don't take certain opportunities. Maybe I feel like I'm not ready to go engineer a big session. So this is a fear of failure because, if I'm in that session, what if I'm actually not good enough? What are they going to think? So, you have to overcome this fear to really expand your life force and to succeed in your professional development. And I'm going to talk in this section about MJ, Michael Jordan, J.K. Rowling, and Sarah Blakely, who was the owner of Spanx. First, I want to talk about MJ. You know, he's got a famous quote where, you know, he's failed over and over again, and that is why he succeeds. And as many of you know, MJ is one of the, if not the greatest basketball player of all time. And in addition, J.K. Rowling, she was rejected 12 times by 12 different publishing houses before the Harry Potters were accepted by the final publishing house. And, you know, 12 different times she had faced, you know, failure, but that didn't stop her on her journey. And you guys are probably unfamiliar with this one, but Sarah Blakely is the owner of Spanx. And she was, you know, she would go at dinner. She would have dinner with her dad every night when she was young. And he wanted her to tell him what she failed at in the day. And if she didn't have anything that she failed at, her dad would be disappointed and upset, because to him, if you fail at something, it means you're going to succeed around the corner. So with her clothing line, Spanx, she was rejected for 2 years. She changed the name from SPANKS to SPANX because she thought it might appear too risque and be, you know, a little too not, let's just say, not commercially friendly. So her company is now worth $1.2 million. And it wasn't the fear of failure that stopped her and derailed her, because the fear of not trying to her was stronger than the fear of failure. So these are just a few examples and emphasize that failure is a stepping stone to eventual success in your company, in your endeavors. And don't let fear of failing derail you and stop you from going after and taking the risk, whatever it is that you want to achieve. You know, take those risks, take those opportunities. You never know where it could end you up. And the second fear I want to talk about is the fear of success. Now, this is also anxiety or like an unpleasant feeling around self-doubt when facing achievement. And this could be from like imposter syndrome. People self-sabotage their own careers because they feel, you know, they're not ready to handle the success that is going to come to them. And fear of responsibility and just not sustaining the success. So sometimes artists deal with this as well, like musicians. You know, they drop one good project and then they have the fear of success that, fuck, I may never make a good song again. What is my fan base going to think of me? What is my family going to think of me? Just, it's not a good feeling when you have the fear of success. So the first step is to acknowledge this fear, and become self-aware, build confidence, and challenge your negative thoughts. You know, set realistic expectations as well. You know, not every record you do is going to be blown out of the water. Every fan's going to resonate with. So build that confidence. Say, hey, I may not succeed today, I may not succeed tomorrow, but if I stay consistent and if I stay disciplined with my tasks, I will eventually succeed. And success is a great thing. It brings joy to our life. You know, it's sustainable, because if you're true to your self, then you have no worry about sustaining, you know, whatever it may be when you do reach that eventual success. For example, Will Smith, he had discussed, you know, the pressure and the fear of sustaining success in a highly competitive entertainment industry. And he emphasized the importance of pushing past these fears to evolve as an artist. You know, maybe musically, he wasn't the most profound and, you know, groundbreaking artist, but as an actor, this man, like I Am Legend, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, like Will Smith is still doing the fucking damn thing, and he's still getting after it, and he's one of the best actors there are today, and like the most influential. So he serves as a great example of, you know, pushing past the fear of success and staying true to yourself. J.K. Rowling, She achieved unprecedented success and admitted feeling overwhelmed by expectations and all the attention following the Harry Potter novels. She dealt with imposter syndrome. Maybe she didn't feel like she was worthy or really that great of a writer. I mean, you're rejected 12 times. So when you do reach that success, you're like, fuck, is this really real? Is this really who I am? But you wrote how many books? 8 books, and you're definitely a writer. You're one of the best to ever do it, J.K. Rowling. And, overcoming these fears are just crucial to unlocking personal and professional growth. It allows us as individuals to brace new opportunities, to, get out of our comfort zone and really try to do things that we're not used to doing. And new achievements are around the corner when we push past this fear. Fear of failure, fear of success, they limit us, but they will not control us. And we will push past these fears and unlock our full potential of who we really are as individuals. And I challenge all you listeners to don't have the fear of success. Don't have the fear of failure. And the third one, do not have the fear of judgment. And this is the one I personally, as an individual, would deal with the most. Me being a creative person, music producer, engineer, artist, songwriter, videographer, podcaster, there's always going to be somebody out there that has judgment towards me and maybe thinks I'm a joke, or maybe mocks me, criticizes me for trying to be creative. And you know what? Let me tell you, it's always the motherfuckers who are the least creative that criticize you. They don't do shit creative, so why even have their opinion? It's all subjective. Let me talk about what is objective. I put out records that do streams. I put out videos that do numbers. I put out podcasts that have value and have impact in people's life. So whatever you say is a reflection of yourself. So you could talk all that shit and judge me, but I'm not gonna let you control me, and I'm not gonna let you hold me back, and I'm damn well not gonna let you stop me from living my full potential. And I know I'm meant to do this shit. So going into the fear of judgment, it's the fear of being criticized, rejected, or negatively evaluated. And like I said, this has influence on our decision making, and we prioritize people's opinions over, what we truly believe and want to do. And we don't follow our instincts because, what is the next motherfucker gonna think? Are they gonna judge my song if shut the fuck up? Sometimes people conform to norms. Okay, what if this music shit doesn't work out? What am I gonna go at 9 to 5, sit at a fucking desk in a little cubicle with poorly lit blue light and just say, well, I could have done it. Look back in 20 years, a fat piece of shit, Cheeto finger licking, Jalopoulos titties flabbing everywhere. Nah, less trying, more becoming. Don't say, I'm gonna try and do this. No, I am somebody who does this. Like Atomic Habits I'm reading. What are the steps that these people do? I'm not trying to run a marathon. I am a runner. So things like that. So I'm not trying to read 10 pages every day. I'm a reader. You have to get out of the mindset of being judged and what are people going to think about you. Lady Gaga, goddammit, she's a weird soul. She was definitely weird, visually coming out as an artist. She faced criticism for her unique style, but motherfucker, she stayed true to who she is. Pharrell Williams as well, he has a very unconventional music style, and he had a lot of doubts initially, but his authenticity led to immense success. He's worked with some of the best producers, best musicians, has hit records, and he was just in fucking where? In Paris for Fashion Week, doing a Louis Vuitton Fashion Week show. Shout out to my boy Kamal, who I've actually made music with and shot videos for him. He was in Louis Vuitton Fashion Week. He's a true definition of a cowboy, somebody who also does not let the fear of judgment stop him. And I just want to say, come on, I'm proud of you, brother. Keep shining, keep going. Either way, we're going to be judged. So we might as well do the thing we love the most, and we might as well go for our dreams. Self-acceptance, embracing our individuality, and this is a key to living a fulfilling life. So, as I had mentioned, there's definitely detrimental impacts of these fears. We create limitations and live a limited life. We avoid taking risks, pursuing our dreams and passions. We miss out on meaningful connections that cause isolation. We have self-doubt, hindering our ability, to seize opportunities and fully engage in a meaningful life. And all these fears are interconnected. They compound just like an investment account does. It just causes limitations the more we have these fears. So break out of the habit of, giving a fuck what anybody thinks about you. If you're going to fail at something, if you can't handle the success, the attention, the notoriety that comes with the achievements that you have the capability to achieve. Don't settle for that unfulfilling 9-to-5 fucking job. You're meant to do more than that. And if you like a 9-to-5 job, well, hey, that's your thing. And if it pays good money, love that for you. Keep at it. But just make sure it's doing something that you love, because we got one life. And don't let this shit go to waste. It's already fucking almost end of January. It's a new year. It felt like New Year's was just fucking a couple days ago. But time's flying. Don't let these fears stop us. And I want to tell you how to overcome these fears. Visualize success. Set realistic expectations. Build that confidence. Challenge those negative thoughts. Be kind to yourself. Know that you are worthy of achieving success and having healthy relationships, and that somebody's going to judge you for agreements. Don't take it personal. Do not take it personal. It's a reflection of themselves. They're living in their dream. They're not living in your reality. Have that courage and confidence to know that you are somebody who matters, and you just bring value into the world. And perfect is unattainable. There are going to be setbacks in life, but just like anything, setback, bounce back game strong, come back out harder. Any pain in your life is an opportunity to expand your life force and to increase. I've talked about this with Part X in the Shadow Self, and maybe you need to join a supportive community. Maybe you need to find a mentor. Maybe you need to go to therapy. Fuck, I went to therapy when I was down, and it wasn't because I had these fears, but it's because I wanted to work past the negative patterns I was in, and these fears are negative patterns. So overcome these patterns, and you will be strong. You will be successful. You will be happy. You will live a fulfilling life. And the success stories. Thomas Edison, creator of the motherfucking light bulb. I got these lights around me right here. Shout out Thomas Edison. He quoted, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." And this is an example of how a failure is, a stepping stone for eventual success. And Elon Musk, I have a Tesla. I fucking love my Tesla. Even though the battery was, I had to take it in and get it fixed. They put me in a loaner. They put the speed limit at 85 because that car is fast as shit. I don't know if it's a dual motor, whatever it was. Car's amazing. What I'm trying to get at is he's had such innovation despite failures and skepticism. He's achieved success through determination and risk taking. So these people are all examples of successful people who bring value into the world and have made an impact on life. And they show us firsthand that these fears will not stop us. They will not hinder our growth. And we are set and determined to be our authentic self and build our identity each day, day in and day out. So I just want to tell you guys, you're worthy. You are capable of achieving whatever it is you desire. And I appreciate the fuck out of all of you guys for tuning in to another episode of the WTF podcast. Once again, I'm the host, Austin Martin, and this is the episode on confronting the 3 fears: fear of failure, fear of success, and fear of judgment. Till next time. Peace.